Hi, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to go see if I can find a couple of my friends from Bible group. They had arranged to come to the river this morning and I guess do a little fellowship and swimming, and they invited me, but I wasn't going to go, but I live just up the road, so I thought I'd stop by and surprise them. I believe it's just maybe Andrew and Joe, I think, are the ones that are going to be here. Maybe there's some other people, I don't know. We're going to go find out, surprise them. This is a beautiful little area in Valencia. About 5 minutes from my house. I live up the street, so really close to where I live. So I figured I'd stop by and say hi. Anyway, enjoy the video. Okay, so beautiful little area up here in Valencia. Very popular little spot for the locals to come down and go swimming in the river. Part of my little motorcycle here. Seem to be the only one, so hopefully someone's down there. You may have seen this spot on other YouTube videos. I've seen my wife's done a couple down here at the river, and I've seen them on other channels too. Normally they have a bunch of girls in bikinis and stuff swimming in the river, so sorry, today we're just going to see if we can meet a couple of my friends from Bible group. So let's see how it goes. Okay, let's walk down this little hill here, which isn't too bad, but last time I came this way I was carrying my little Gracie, and it was a little wet, and at some point I actually slipped over and fell down, but I managed to keep hold of Gracie and fell on my rear. Okay, well, I can already see them down there. There's Andrew. Oh, they've already spotted me. There's Andrew and Joe. Good morning. So, see if we can get down here without falling. I'm sure they suspected I was going to show up. Looks like they're the only two here. But it is early in the morning, and it's a Monday, so probably not the most popular time. So here we go. I'm sure you're familiar with this if you've seen other YouTube videos. Let's take a look if you haven't seen it. Very beautiful. Whoa. Okay, so here we are, and looks like we've got just two of our Bible group here. We got Joe. Hi, Joe.
Morning.
And I think you've seen Pastor Andrew before.
Morning.
So, have you done any swimming yet?
Not yet. We're waiting for you.
Oh, you must be joking. I'm not getting in there.
You're not going?
No, I can't swim in there. It's too cold.
It's not that cold.
My joints don't do well in the cold, so
Very refreshing.
yeah. Well, I'll enjoy watching you swim. That will be fun.
You're gonna watch us, and the whole world will watch us.
Well, my little YouTube world's pretty small, so not too many. You'll be fine.
Yeah, we need more subscribers.
There you go. So, if you're watching this video for the first time, please subscribe and like. Oh, there they go. He's hesitating. Oh my God. Not bad. So why did you decide to come to the river today?
Pastor Andrew's never been down this way.
You haven't been here?
I just wanted to see the place. Joe's been talking about it for a few weeks, and a few times I've said, "Oh, I'll go," and then something came up. Wanted to see the place.
Yeah. So did you invite anybody else from our Bible group?
I did. We invited a few other guys, but they're all busy. You're here. You're here.
I am. Well, that's because you called me. And I live just like up the street.
Yeah.
A couple of minutes, and
Well, some of these other guys live right up the street, but
yeah. Now you live pretty close by, don't you?
Yeah, like
Lipton, isn't it?
Lipton.
Lipton
area.
Did I say it? Lipton. Okay, Lipton, like
Just
the
past
tea.
the cemetery there, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Another little piece of the God's heaven up that way.
Yeah.
You have to come for a visit one day.
Well, I keep meaning to. I don't know why I haven't. You've been there, right?
I
His
have.
house?
Yeah. Oh, not the house. No. I've been to Lipton.
Yeah.
Beautiful place.
A lot of nice places in Valencia. Actually, even down where you live is
It's nice.
is nice. You're about halfway from Valencia to Dumaguete, right?
It's a beautiful place. It's getting a little bit busy, but it's still a really wonderful place.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So you said we were just having a conversation about what's going on today, and you were talking about the prison ministry.
Yeah.
And you're going to the prison today,
I am.
and you're saying that you're hoping not to get stabbed in the back or something.
I am. I'm hoping and praying. Yeah.
So
no, that
We'll
won't
pray
happen.
too. We'll pray.
All
too.
right. Right.
So let's talk a little bit about your prison ministry.
Yeah.
What is all that about? How did that start? How did you get involved with this?
It started around 6 years ago. I went with a friend, and then he just asked me to share, and I shared, and then after that, I started to go there more often by myself. And then right now, we shut down during the pandemic. We couldn't go. We weren't allowed to go in, and then after the pandemic, we just started again. And I this time I bring Filipino pastors who share there, and Lionel is going, and Pastor Jonathan. We've met both of them.
Yeah.
And then they're the ones to share, and then afterwards, we just pray
Yeah.
for them.
And these prisoners, they're not the most violent kind, are they?
They're not. They're not. It's mostly drug cases.
Okay.
90%, I think, are drugs.
Really? Are the sentences for drug use pretty harsh over here?
Pretty harsh.
Yeah.
It's,
I didn't even realize that. I thought it was more alcohol, you know.
it's really
You
not.
know.
It's really a lot of drugs and some alcohol, some cases of murder and rape, but it's mostly drugs, and then
Well-
they get long sentences.
Murder's pretty hardcore, I guess.
Yeah. Well, these are nice murderers.
Nice one.
No, they're not. They're not, of course. But you know, it's sad. But there's one guy that I know who's in there for self-defense.
Mm.
But the person that he stabbed in self-defense is wealthy or comes from a wealthy family. So every time they go to a hearing, the guy is able to pay off the lawyer and then delay the hearing again. Delay.
And,
Mm.
and a lot of people tend to make judgments like, I know some people get angry that there's murderers that will repent and receive Christ and end up in heaven. And a lot of people think that's unfair and they don't understand God's judgment on that.
Mm. Well, I don't think God is fair, but God is just. He's a just God, and His justice is based on His forgiveness and His love and His care for people. So whatever you've done,
Mm.
you can come back to God, and it's not fair from our perspective, right?
Mm.
Of course,
From our perspective, I was going to say, I've never heard anybody say, especially a pastor, that it's that God's not always fair, He's just. I get that, but I've never really thought about that as God not being fair. I guess He is from a godly perspective.
yeah, in that way, fairness and justice are the same from a God's perspective. But when we talk about fairness, human perspective, we want what we believe is right. Oh, this person should be punished for his crimes, and he's not, because of Christ, and that's God's justice.
Right.
Well, and you look at what who Jesus actually forgave when He went to the cross.
Mm.
You know, He
Right.
forgave those people that actually put nails in His hands.
Right.
I mean, so us as humans, I I don't know how to explain it, but to forgive somebody for murdering your son or your daughter, you got to be Christ-like. It's the only way. You got to have the love of Jesus in you.
Absolutely.
And, and I've seen that in Canada. Like in Alberta, there was some murders in the school system, and the father forgave the shooter for killing his son.
Mm.
So, there's some true stories out there that people, that they put their faith and their trust in Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And you cannot do that unless you have faith in God, trust in
Amen.
God.
Yeah. Do you get many people in the prison that actually accept Jesus when you go there? Does that happen very often?
We do, yeah.
That's
We do.
interesting.
And I think one reason is because they're at the bottom of their rope, the end of their rope. They have nowhere else to go, they just accept him because he's the only way out. Of course, we explained that he's not the way out of prison, but
Right.
he's the way out of this hole that you've dug for yourself. And yeah, we have some really committed Christians who are now in prison. And in fact, the one that I was talking to Joe about earlier got out, and he's serving the Lord, and he's going to churches, and he's coaching basketball, and he found Christ, or he came back to Christ inside the prison.
Mm. That's awesome. That's
Awesome.
a good thing you're
Powerful.
doing there. So, well, good for you for doing that. It's, not a lot of people would be wanting to go to prisons and minister to those people.
Great
So,
stuff.
it's good that there are people out there to do that. So,
Well, you can come with me if you like.
I will one day. I will.
I'd like to go too.
As I said, I'd like to come with you. I don't want to be in the prison having you come minister to me. You know?
Right? No, not that way.
Oh, one of my terrible crimes. So, yeah, that would be interesting.
You had crimes too, did you?
Oh, I've got a lot of them. I've got too
I'll
many.
join your club because I've been there too.
But I haven't killed anybody.
I haven't killed anyone.
Not that I'm aware of, anyway.
I think we all have crimes in our past.
Of course we
Oh
do.
yeah, we've all.
We've all done things which are not good in society and in the world, and God forgives us.
Yeah.
Does society forgive us? Maybe not. Society is less forgiving than God is, and it's not easy to make that leap from where you are and a nominal Christian to where you can be as a very committed Christian. It's not easy, but once you do it, I think you'll find out that it's a great life,
Oh, for sure. It's a wonderful life.
wonderful life.
I can testify to that.
Amen.
You know,
Yeah.
I used to think I had a wonderful life, and I think you've had a similar experience
Yes.
to me.
We had a fleshy desire.
That's
Like,
life.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. One of the biggest challenges to turning to Christ is to giving up that life.
That lifestyle.
And I think if you've been there, then you understand that. It's you get stuck in that dark place. And I was saying last night, sin at the time, sin could be fun. It can be addictive.
Oh yeah, it can be.
And so the more you get addicted to it, the harder it is to give it up. And I was pretty, I mean, praise God for bringing me back to Him, because I was really lost.
Right.
And so that's why, I'm not really invited to channels, because I know there's a lot of people out there like me that are really lost and just don't know how to get back on track. But I'm telling you, it can be done.
Well, exactly. Like even when I came to Dumagetti for the first time, it's about 8 months ago now. You know, I mean, some of our best testimonies was with each other, and finding. I didn't know how many Christians were going to be here in Dumagetti or whatever, and then I think you're the first one that I've ever met that we, that we actually open up.
Yeah.
To one another.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That to me is like my true brother in Christ.
Right.
You know.
Well, and that's what I appreciate about you too. I mean, it's we were open enough to the first time we met, we talked about Christ.
Yeah.
You know,
Amazing.
that was the first conversation. A lot of people feel uncomfortable
Yeah.
to start talking about religions or their faith or their belief or whatever.
We met each other in the gym. Is that right?
Actually, no. We
No?
met each
No.
other the first time in Ground Zero.
Ground
okay.
Zero, yeah.
In fact, you had only been out here. Actually, it was just a couple of weeks. I know, because you were in a long distance relationship, right?
That's right. That's right.
And
It didn't work out.
well, it worked out online because you were in a long distance relationship for about a year, I believe.
That's true. Yeah.
And it was going great online. I think you were quite excited to come out here.
Oh, I was very happy to come over.
Right.
Yeah, very happy.
But- but
it just didn't work out. You
No.
know, I was almost in a depression kind of state.
Mhm.
But then I met a few people and started talking about Christ and Bible study, and I met you, Gary, and it was like a blessing in disguise. God put me across your path for some reason.
Meeting each other has all been a blessing for all of us. That he has. And so I think then when I first met you, that was about when the Bible group had just started. I think it was,
Yeah.
recent- anyway.
I don't even think it started yet.
I know.
We
Is
were-
it that long ago already?
it was
Because it's
in
been 5 months.
5 months since we started.
How long you?
Bible
5 months?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we started, and and look how that's going. We're so blessed. It's going great. I mean, Wednesday this week.
From 5 people to 25 people.
Well, we had 17.
Wow.
I mean, we have the potential for that many people if everybody came. But we had 17 people on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Which is just amazing. And
It's growing.
it really is. So.
Yeah. Well,
So-
we had to split the groups up
Yeah.
in two. That's how many people we had.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Maybe we'll be splitting up into 3 or 4 groups.
Maybe.
So,
Well, when I met you guys, I actually met you two together with Tom. We met the first
Oh,
time.
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tom and
that's right.
Tom's.
Yeah.
Now, how long after that, or how long before that, had you met each other?
I think it was only a month. Maybe.
Yeah, about a month. Yeah.
And then after, was the Bible group started when we met?
Now that I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Oh, you know, because that's right. I think it started after we met, but after we met, you were planning a trip back to USA.
Right, yeah. We went back to the U.S. for a month.
What month was that? Remember?
That was June that I went back.
Okay.
So maybe it was during that time that you started the Bible
Well, it
group?
was 5 months ago, so trace back 5 months. Right now, so that'd be what? We're almost on November. So October, September. I would have been right around that time. Yeah.
Amazing. It's really amazing how God works. And you were telling me last night how you started a Bible group, which is still going to this day
Yes.
in the U.S.
Yes.
So who knows what will happen with this Bible group? It's so amazing how God is doing great things,
Right.
and that's how God works. Of course, He does great things through us, through people,
Absolutely.
and we're just in awe of how God has changed people's lives through this Bible group and through your Bible group before. So,
Yeah.
that's just how life is, and turning to Jesus is the best thing that we've ever done, because now God can use our potential, right?
Amen.
Amen.
Absolutely. So we're gonna plan some events with our Bible group soon. I mean, obviously you guys are. We should do something with everybody.
Mm.
Where can we go? Again, I was thinking some of the guys in our group are even older than me and you, and they might have trouble making it down the hill here.
It
Well,
might-
maybe we'll have to take him to the gym first.
Oh, we could do that. Have a workout for the old guys.
Well, yeah,
Well, there's Red Rock, you know.
the hot springs.
The hot.
I've never been there. I've got to go.
Well, you know what? For these old guys that can't get up and down the hill, it's a good spot to go to because it's very relaxing, you know, and it's actually good for your blood and your body, you know. It's all natural minerals in the water,
Right,
and it's hot too. Like
that would actually be a pretty
like
good trip.
therapeutic.
That'd be a good trip.
Then we could have a Bible study in the pool.
Yeah.
A little sharing, not really a Bible
Oh,
study.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I
So-
think it'd be great.
so there you go.
Great idea.
Guys, and whoever is watching, look out for our upcoming video with our Bible group somewhere.
And you know the thing is, like, if you just look around here, it's what God created.
Yeah,
And it's just beauty. Like some of your videos, your previous videos, you know, and I think, yeah, you're right, Gary. Like, look around the God created.
yeah. You're just saying that when you were swimming, you know, the evidence of God's creation is right in front of us.
Yeah.
It's undeniable.
It is.
It is. It is.
I mean, just in the Philippines, we're talking about, you got the oceans, you got rivers, you got streams, you got the mountains, you got some of the best fruit and vegetables that you're ever going to get, all organic. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's cheap,
It's cheap, yeah.
and you've got wonderful people.
Yeah, there are some wonderful people over here.
This
Really.
is really God's. This is the way God created it. And nature at its best.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how could you not believe in a God who's just, when you see all of this beautiful, He created all of this for us. And how could you not believe, you know, when you see this beauty around us?
And you see some of these videos from some of the bloggers that, you know, they do the scuba diving and stuff like that under the ocean, which
yeah.
we never seen. But you look at these pictures and they're just like, it's like another world down there. You know?
I know.
Yeah.
Now, one question, because, you know, we see all this evidence and how God's created this for us. What I want to know is why He didn't create the waters to be warmer. a little higher temperature.
But he did. It's just
Well-
up at the hill at Red Rock.
It could have. I think he wanted to. He wanted people to toughen
I
up.
guess because some, well, I'm not very tough, I guess, but
No, you're plenty tough. Yeah.
no, but you're right. Some people will, you said it's refreshing, and you enjoy the feeling of getting in the cold water. Some people enjoy that. So I guess you're right. I stand corrected. God's given us multiple temperatures, whatever you desire. He's got for you.
Amen. He's got it all in the Philippines.
Yeah, he sure does.
Oh yeah. You know, in the West or in our places, it's just so built up, and people get so distracted from who God really is in their lives,
Commercialized.
commercialized, and
Fast food here, fast food there.
Absolutely.
people become a little bit brainwashed.
Sure they do.
Here, it's pure, it's pure nature, it's pure God, it's pure faith.
Right.
Amen.
Amen. Anyway, let's end our little conversation here. Otherwise, it's going to be going on for now. Okay, thanks again for watching this video today. A little conversation with a couple of my friends from Bible Group, and hopefully we'll do a couple of videos with some of the other members of our Bible Group. We'll maybe go to that hot springs or somewhere, and it'd be kind of fun to have several of the guys join in. So thanks for watching today, and I'll catch you on the next video. God bless.